viewers, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So if you're just watching our video for the first time, kindly click the subscription button and hit the notification bell so as to receive every new video we're going to drop in on this channel. So in today's class, we're going to continue on the topic we discussed earlier, which is standard form. But today, we're going to talk about multiplication of numbers in standard form. Multiplication of numbers in standard form. But before we proceed, let's quickly recall from our previous class what standard form is. I told you from our previous class that standard form is a way of expressing a very large number or small number in an easier manner. And this manner we're talking about can be expressed mathematically as thus. So standard form can be expressed in this form: a times 10 raised to power n. So where a is what is a number, and we also call it a coefficient, which must be what less than or equal to 1 or less than 10. It must be less than or equal to 1 or less than 10. So we have this 10 to be your base, your 10 is your base, and your n is your exponent. Which could be positive or negative, and it can also be called integer. Is your integer which could be what positive or negative. So before we talk about multiplication of numbers in standard form, we need to recall or adopt a rule. We need to adopt a rule from indices what? Law. One of these indices law says that when you are multiplying a base a raised to power n times another base a raised to power n, this multiplication rule says that the multiplication here will change what? To addition of the what? Addition of your exponent. Addition of your exponent or addition of your integer, you add them up. Since they are having the same base, then you have what? N plus what plus n. And let's take a number. In the case whereby we have 2, base 2 raised by what? 3 times base 2 raised by what? Power 4. Now, since they are having the same base, we say base 2 raised by 3 plus 4, and 3 plus 4 is going to give us what? 7. So our answer is going to be what? 2 raised by what? Power 7, or we say 2 exponential 7. Now, let's come to this example we have. Our first example says, simplify the following expression without calculator. Our first example says, simplify the following expression without calculator. Now, to simplify this expression, the first expression is this: we have 6 times 10 raised to power 2 times 3.4 times 10 raised to power 4. In this case now, we have our number. All we just need to do is to multiply the coefficient first. We have 6.0 times 3.4. 6.0 times 3.4. 4 times 0 is going to give us 0. 4 times 6 is going to give us 24. So you have 24.0. 3 times 0 is what? 0. 3 times 6, that's going to give us what? 18. So you add up the number. We have 0, 4. We have our point here. 2 plus 8, that's going to give us what? 10. You write a 0, remove your 1, 2. So this is going to give us what? 20.4. 20.4. Now let's take this what? Now let's take our what? Our base with the exponent. Now recall the indices what? Rule, multiplication rule. So we are going to be having 10 raised to power 2 plus what? Plus 4. And this will be what? 10 raised to power what? Power 6. Now let's combine this expression: 20.40 times 10 raised to power 6. Now in this case, we recall our rule that says your coefficient should be what? Less than or equal to 1 or less than 10. This is more than 10, so we need to let it be what? Less than 10. So what we need to do is to move our what? Our decimal point. Once this will be positive, once we are moving to the what? To the left. If you are moving your decimal point to the left, you are increasing and it will be positive. If you are moving it to the right, it is decreasing and it will be what? Negative. So in this case, we'll be having 2.04 times 10 raised to power what? 1 times 10 raised to power 6. So we have 2.04 times 10 raised to power 1 plus 6, and this will give us 2.04 times 10 raised to power 7. So that's our final answer. 2.04 times 10 raised to power 7 is our final answer. This is how to perform your multiplication of numbers in standard form without using calculator. The second question, which is B, says simplify 1.6 times 10 raised to power 9 times 2.5 times 10 raised to power minus 6. So in this case, we still continue with our multiplication. We say 1.6 times 2.5. So 5 times 6, that's 30. You write a 0, remove the 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3, that's what? 8. 2 times 6, that's 12. You write your 2, remove your 1. 2 times 1, that's 2 plus 1, that's 3 point. This is 0, 10, remove our 1, 4. This is 4.00. So let's deal with the what? With the base and the exponent. 9 times 10 raised power what? Minus 6. So this will be 10 raised power 9 plus minus 6. So 9 plus minus 6 is going to give us what? 10 raised power what? Power 3. So therefore, 4 times 10 raised power 3 is going to be our answer for the second one. So for the third question, which is C, we have 0.000074 times 0.00035. Now, looking at this number, these are numbers in decimal form. So all we need to do is to first of all change the numbers in decimal form to standard form, then we perform our what? Our operations. Let's move to our decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 7.4 times 10 raised to power minus 6 because we are dividing by what? By million. So we have times, let's move 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be 3.5 times 10 raised to power what? Minus 4. Now we've expressed our numbers in standard form. So the next thing we need to do is to perform our operations. So we have 7.4 times 3.5. So 5 times 4, that's 20. You write your 0, you keep your 2. 5 times 7, that's 35 plus 2, that's 37. You put your points. 3 times 4, that's 12. You write your 12, you write your 2, you keep your 1. 3 times 7, that's 21 plus 1, that's 22. You put your points. Put our points here. So let's add up the number. We have 0. This is 9.52. Now let's deal with the what? With the base and the exponent. Raised power minus 3 times 10 raised power what? Minus 4. So this will be 10 raised power minus 6 plus minus 4. So we have 10 raised power minus 6 plus minus 4 give you what? Minus 10. Now in this case, we have 25.9 times 10 raised power what? Minus 10. Now this number is still not yet in the standard form. So let's convert this to standard form by moving our decimal point. This will be what? 2.59 times 10 raised power 1 times 10 raised power minus 10. So we have 2.59 times 10 raised power 1 plus minus 10. And our final answer is going to be 2.59 times 10 raised power minus 9. So this will be our final answer for this question here. Now, before we talk about division of numbers in standard form, we also need to recall the law of indices. Now, the second law of indices, which is talking about what division rule. And division rule says that when you're having what a base with what an integer n or exponent n divided by another base a with exponent n, your exponent is going to be what subtracted. You have a raised to power n minus n, which are your integers. Let's take this example with numbers. We have base 2 raised to power 3 divided by base 2 raised to power 2. Now, since their base are the same, your exponents, which are the integers, are what? Are different. So we say base 2 raised to power 3 minus n. We subtract, we adopt the word division rule in indices, which change to what? Subtraction. So this will be base 2 raised to power 3 minus 2, which will give us what? 2 raised to power 1. And 2 raised to power 1 is still the same thing as what? 2 raised to power 1 is still the same thing as what? As 2. But in a case whereby you have a number, let's say 2 raised to power 3 divided by base 2 raised to power 3. So in this case, you're going to be having base 2 raised to power 3 minus 3. And 3 minus 3 is going to give you what? 0. So this will be 2 raised to power what? Power 0. So your final answer here is going to be what? 1. Because anything raised to power 0 will always give you what? 1. So now let's take this example. The example says evaluate 5 times 10 raised to power 6 divided by 2 times 10 raised to power 2. Now, if you take a look at the integers, they are positive what integers. Now, we take our number, which is the what coefficient first. So we have two ways. So we have 5 divided by 2. Let's take our long division. 5 divided by 2. 5 and 2 is what? Is 2. 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 minus 5, that will give us 1. 2 cannot go in 1, so you put your point here, you have 0 here. 2 can go in 10 many times, 5 times. 5 times 2, that's 10. 10 minus 10 will give you what? 0. So we have 2.5 times 10 raised power what? Let's take the base and the exponent. 10 raised power 6 divided by 10 raised power 2. This will be 10 raised power 6 minus 2, and this will give us 10 raised power what? Power 4. So our final answer is going to be what? 2.5 times 10 raised power what? Power 4. That's our final answer for that. Now let's take the second question. The second question says 3 times 10 raised power 8 divided by 6 times 10 raised power what? Power 3. So this will be 3 divided by 6, and that will give us what? 3 here, 6. Now 6 cannot go in 3. It's not possible. So you add the 0 here to your point and add 0 to this what? 3. So 6 can go in 30 how many times? 5 times. 5 times 6, that will give you what? 30. 30 minus 30 will give you 0. So you have 0.5 times 10 raised power what? So you have your base and the exponent, that's 10 raised power 8 divided by 10 raised power what? Power 3. So we 10 raised power 8 minus 3. So this will be 10 raised power what? Power 5. We have 10 raised power 5. Now take a look at this number. This number is less than 1. And the rule says your coefficient must be what? Less than or equal to what? To 1. So let's make this number to be what? To be less than or equal to 1. So we have 5 times 10 raised power minus 1 times 10 raised power 5. So in this case now, we also deal with this what? With this base here. So we have 5 times 10 raised power minus 1 plus 5. Minus 1 plus 5 will give us what? 5 times 10 raised power 4. So 5 times 10 raised power 4 will be our final answer for this second one. So the third question says 6 times 10 raised power minus 6 divided by 1.5 times 10 raised power minus 2. So if you take a look at this exponent, they are negative what? Exponents. All the integers are negative. So let's deal with this first one. We have 6 divided by what? 1.5. So let's take our division 6, 1.5. Now this number here, we need to make the number to be a whole number before we can do anything here. So let's times this by what? By 10. By 10. Then this also by 10. So we're going to be having 15. This 60 divided by. So this is going to be 60 divided by what? By 15. So 15 can go in 6 how many times? It can go 4 times. 4 times 15 will give us what? 60. 60 minus 60 will be what? Will be 0. So we dealt with that. Now let's take a look at the what? The base and the exponent. Minus 6 divided by 10 raised power what? Minus 2. So this is going to give us 10 raised power minus 6 minus minus 2. And this will be equal to 10 raised power minus 6 plus 2. And our final answer will be 10 raised power what? Minus 4. Therefore, our final answer will be what? 4 times 10 raised power what? Minus 4. That's going to be your what? Your final answer. So the next question, which is the, so we have 0.0000064 divided by 0.0005. Now, these numbers are not in standard form. So let's change them to what? To standard form. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 6.4 times 10 raised power what? Minus 5. Because we are moving to the right, so we are reducing. That will be negative. So divided by 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5 times 10 raised power what? Minus 4. So we have 6.4 divided by what? By 5. So we have 6.4 divided by 5. So 5 can go in 6 how many times? It can go 1 times. We have 1. 1 times 5 will give us 5. Once you bring this down, 4, 1. Can 5 goes in 1? No, it's not possible. You put your point here, you add the 4 to it. 5 can go in 14 how many times? 5 can go in 14 how many times? 2 times. 2 times 5, that's 10. You subtract. This will give us what? 4, 0. Can 5 goes in 4? No, we have 0 to this. 5 in 40, that will give us what? 8. 8 times 5, that's 40. 40 minus 40, that will give you what? 0, 0. So we have 1.28 times 10 raised power what? Now let's deal with the base and the exponent. So the base and the exponent now will be 10 raised power minus 5. So the base will now be 10 raised power minus 5 minus 4. So don't forget, minus times minus times minus will be what? Plus. Please take note of that. So this will be 10 raised power minus 5 plus 4. So minus 5 plus 4 is going to give us what? 10 raised power minus 1. Therefore, our final answer will be what? 1.28 times 10 raised power what? Minus 1. So if you have any question to ask on this particular topic, kindly drop your question on the comment section or you send it directly to our email. So see you in the next class as we continue on addition and subtraction of numbers in standard form. So stay tuned.